That was weird. I don't know. Usually when I say live, it just says, there's like, I think they just have one live button and then one end button. But they have like a double, like a two click thing that said you want to go live. They have a live button instead of you sure you want to go live, and then hit that one the second time it goes live. Just like if you want to end it, in case you press the button that ends it automatically by accident without you knowing. That's kind of a pain in the butt, you know. Anyways, with the computer thingy, right? It said uh it said something like make sure your devices you have internet sound problem connected. You're just like what? Now last night it was bad. Last night was so windy out. It was. I mean, it felt like. I didn't ask John about if there was tornadoes, but he probably would have told me. But I heard something that sound. I mean, I thought I heard something. It sounds like a train or something. That's exactly what I heard. Yeah, it's like, well, it's too late for me now. I couldn't do anything about it. And it was, it's like kind of dark because the sky got real dark, right? And then when it just blew over. However, about a minute later, I heard beep 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 beep, beep, and then the power went out. And like I said, it was out for a while. It was out for like 4 or 5 hours or six. I mean, it was. I did a live stream soon after, and I did. I felt bad. I didn't get a chance to talk to my sissy Sassy on her way to work, and she usually calls me. I don't know, call me on her way to work or like before work or something like that. I knew when it was really bad out. I mean, she called me up coming home or going to if it's bad. So I just need someone to talk to that help me out and go through this note stuff. Just so nice talk. And I said, I can do that fine. I do it for my sister. I love my sister. I do. I love a lot of people. Some people just don't realize that. I do. Um, anyways, that's what happened. And I left YouTube for a while. I mean, like really left. And then, oh man, I remember coming back that Monday. Yeah, I had a live stream. That's the first, and I had almost a full panel on it, believe it or not, for a bit. And then, like, that goes back to being the way it was before. It all depends. It's all luck sometimes. Now, some people have like a built in audience and stuff that usually frequent their live streams. I'm curious if they don't, if certain people go live all the time, right? If they don't have the regulars, if they just are they're just talking to themselves, I wonder if they would still go live. It's just a curiosity factor about that. You know, I saw Noelle went live by where I was asleep. She started doing these live streams. Not like a live on panel live stream, but I mean like like one of the ones you don't invite people up there. Just you talking with the chat, and then like she was driving home with her dad and stuff like that, which is cool. So I didn't know her dad at all. So now I know some of him about her dad. So he seems okay. He was talking about being about 12 years old when Jukebox Hero came out. Sounds like me, but I don't know if I was maybe a little bit older. I love that song. That song was one of the coolest songs ever made. And then people kind of forget that song. But back then it was kind of like heavy metal for the radio. The radio would play it. Every so often, I mean, because there's all these bands I never heard about until I got till later on, till I got older. So like Black Sabbath, never heard Black Sabbath, and then um, I heard a couple of songs in school. They never played them on the radio. The way my mom acted, like my grandma, yeah, that was loud. And I remember buying the Paranoid thing on cassette. I loved it. I really loved that song. All the songs on it. I oh yeah, Oh yeah, I agree. What was Destroyer? Was Destroyer? My favorite one was Godzilla versus Destroyer. One of the biggest problems I think in this movie was they made Baragon. Baragon's in it too. They don't mention Baragon. Uh, Baragon looked too cartoonish in it. It looked too much like. I remember seeing him in. Baragon also used to fight Gamera, right? And he just looked like a giant version of Cliff in the Angry House with the way his eardrum floppy and stuff like that. They made it a little too silly, the monster itself. Some of the monsters looked dumb too, like that one about that giant walking octopus. That was a weird looking animal. That creeped me out. What was that? It's called Randy Unbelievable, I think. Let me double check. Okay, I'll show you a picture of this one. I was put the link down too. Yeah, 1950. I don't think that's the right one. Is it? No, I don't know. Images? I don't think I've seen that. Okay. What is a giant monster? Okay, hold on. Let me look at Japanese giant monster movies. I think I can't remember the name of it. It's the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, whenever Godzilla was first born and they showed on Shin Godzilla, that was weird too. Okay, let's see. One of the giant walking Kaiju. Oh yeah, he was with Baragon during the one we fought Mechagodzilla. Okay, well it was Baragon was standing on his legs though. Trying to find that giant squid thing. And they had like that War of the Gargantuans, was really weird. These giant furry animals. One was black, one was brown, and one was yellow. I think that was a weird one. Giant squid monster. That should be on now. Now it should come up. Giant walking squid monster. Okay, watch their movie. I can't remember. It was something like it was some weird one. It was just weird when it walked. Here it is. Ghidorah. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Now, let me put a few words on that. Yeah, I think it was weird looking. Let me put a link down. I'll show you what it looked like. I'm trying to think of the name of the movie though. Cause I saw it on a Lake Creek Horror Show. Good Game 11 is pretty cool. Let me see what that thumbnail looks like. That's pretty cool. Trying to find out what the hell that monster's looking. Let me find. Hold on. Space have Gaba. That was such a weird movie. Let me just show you the photo. Okay, let me show you the photo right here quick. Well, where's the image at? There you go. Hold on, give me a bit. Yeah, it's for everybody. Links for everybody. I'm sorry. Yeah, links for everyone. Lon, I know who you are. I will show that monster first. Now, it doesn't look like the silliest monster. I remember seeing it, and like it's moved. I don't know where its legs went to, but legs might have been two of its antenna or something like that. Just a weird looking creature, though. Very bizarre. Trying to find the name of that monster, though. We go back to this. All what is it called? No, no. Okay, let's go. All. What was it called? Oh, Space Amoeba. Ghidorah is a mutated cuttlefish kaiju who first appeared in called Space Amoeba. It wasn't I called. Wow. I don't ever call that though. I mean, that must be an old Japanese title because it wasn't called that in the thing. Space Amoeba. Well, it had a different title though. I can't fucking remember. The American title. American title. Oh, the giant cuttlefish. That's just weird too. Until I get the American title for it. I can't fucking remember. Monster. Oh. Whatever. It doesn't matter. There was something named for it. I can't remember. It was ages ago. I was going to get mad. That's all. No big deal. So if they want to come up, they can. There's links down there. But that monster was one weird looking thing, you know. Well, anyways, on to the movie. Because it was weird though, because I remember watching Godzilla movies, and I had no idea. I used to keep up with them, and I remember the last one I saw was Godzilla. I mean, this is when I was in the army. This is why I was when I was like in high school and in the army and stuff. Okay, not until later on it was different. Well, towards the end of my stay in the military, it was different. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. Anyways, I used to watch the Godzilla movies. Usually, those are the older ones. They'd be on a late night horror show along with Gamera, who they introduced me Gamera, which I love Gamera. And King Kong did a couple ones. I remember King Kong Escapes. I'll never forget it. Like it was about like well, the main doctor was called Doctor Who, right? That's called Doctor Who. And there was like King Kong was on this island. Oh, it's called King Kong Escapes. And King Kong was on this island, and they knocked him out with some something in the coconut shell that broke open. It was like sleeping gas to make him sleepy. They brought him. They had him like tied up to like different helicopters. And I think 4 or 5 helicopters dragged him to where he was going. It looked pretty cool. And then eventually the doctor makes a giant robotic King Kong to fight him. I saw this after second grade on a weekend, movie weekend. I don't know, maybe it was when I was still going to school. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Because we had to stay downstairs because mom wanted to fire. We had to stay downstairs while mom watched her soap operas, you know. And it was on the late night movie on Channel 12, right? Because that was the one Vance McBride used to host that. He used to host, they had a Sunday night one. The Sunday night one was really weird because Sunday nights they stayed in the same formula. It'd be like 11 o'clock news, then 11:30 George Michael's Sports Machine. That show was on forever. And also, I remember my dad was watching. I listened to it. He said, "This is the last episode of Jordan Michaels." I didn't know the show was still on. I had no idea. But it was like a permanent fixture on the local station for 11:30 Sunday night after the news. And then at noon, at 12 o'clock, they'd have the movie. And usually the movie ended in like 2 hours, but I remember they had I stayed up to watch the movie Giant with James Dean. That's like about a 3 hour movie, I think. And so I mean we were up till with commercial breaks. I mean there wasn't a ton of them though, but it was still another 3.5 hours and it didn't sign off till maybe 3:30, I think. Let me look how long East Eden is. Okay, let me see. And I'll go back to the Godzilla stuff. Well, I'll tell you why I didn't tell you this other thing happened either. East Eden is a classic. I guess James Dean did 3 movies. He did Giant. Oh wait, maybe no. It was Giant. It was Giant. He did Rebel Without Cause, Giant, and East of Eden. It was Giant. That's what I saw about the oil companies. It's quite good. Let me see. Giant. Giant. 1956. Well, okay, because it's in color. Okay. Because the one was, I thought it's a good movie. Rock Hudson, Elizabeth Taylor. I know. Um, and it had James Dean. It was like a western. I think about like the James Dean. Yeah, wealthy Texas Ranger Jordan Buck. Benedict travels to Maryland, purchase a prize dying. Okay, so that's a long ass movie. That movie is like 201 minutes. That's like 3 hours and 21 minutes. That's a long one. And it made a lot of money too. I mean, this is remember 1956. The budget was 5.4 million, which is really good, and then it made 39 million. All right. Oh. Hi.
Uh,
How are
hello?
you? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Oh, good. Awesome. But you said you saw this one?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Well, it was weird though because I mentioned King Kong Escapes. I think that was the first of the giant monster movies I watched. However, I remember we was in the summertime. Dad was working right, and it was like after second grade. And it was King Kong Escapes. It was a Japanese made movie, and they always made King Kong look kind of stupid. The Japanese did. They didn't do a good job with King Kong. And
Yeah.
this one they had like one doctor take and then they had like a giant and they made a giant robotic King Kong to fight him. Very entertaining movie. Well, it was played in the late
Yeah,
'90s. What's that?
I still have yet to see that one.
It's hard to find.
King Kong Escapes. I do plan on seeing it soon.
It's good. I mean, well, it played for. I mean, this was back in the like '70s. They used to have like remember the TV stations used to show movies late at night and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what it was. It was like a local thing, and I mean it
Mhm.
was for Saturday night after Saturday Night Live that was going to play. I said, Mom, if I'm really good, can I stay up and watch that Saturday night the summertime? And she goes, No, I'll make sure your father don't let you see it either, right? And she went. She ended up. She's like a hypochondriac. She thinks she's always sick, right? And then, of course, another time she
Yeah.
went to the hospital, and it was that weekend, so I got to stay up and watch it. So that was pretty cool. I mean, but a lot
Mhm.
of times, I mean, I remember they used to talk about Godzilla a lot on All in the Family, right? I used to watch that, and then I guess eventually when they started a late night horror show, they started showing all these movies and stuff, including Gamera. I never seen Gamera before, you know.
I've only have seen the '90s Gamera trilogy, and those
Yeah,
movies are very good. And coincidentally, the director behind the Gamera
yeah.
trilogy did this one: Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters,
Oh, really?
Wild Attack.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I like that movie though, but I still think Baragon looks too silly.
yeah.
He looks like a friendly dog or something like that. I was hoping Rodan would have been in. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing is originally it was supposed to have been Godzilla, Baragon, and Gearus and Varan or
Yeah.
Varan in the movie, but Toho was fearing that it was going to underperform, so Mothra and
Oh.
King Ghidorah were added at the last minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. What was that? Well, I remember that. I'm trying to think something. I was a big fan of Godzilla versus Destroyer. I love that one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites of the Heisei era.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
that
I never,
movie a
like I
lot.
said, I remember they had Godzilla 19. This is back in the 80s, right? They
Mhm.
remember they had Godzilla 1980, and then I didn't hear anything about any new Godzilla movies. So I thought maybe Toho was done making them. I had no idea, right? Because we just had TV, there's no internet, no nothing.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't
I never.
until right
Okay.
around the 98 film is when they
Yeah.
finally released the Heisei series on
Oh.
VHS. Yeah,
Okay.
but for a lot of people, they actually had no idea that they were still making Godzilla movies
I had no idea. The only thing
because
I mean,
Godzilla versus Biollante was the last one to been released on VHS for a while.
oh, Biolante.
Yeah,
That was the one that thank goodness said that was one ugly looking son of a bitch. That monster, you know. I
yeah.
saw that on Cinemax in the afternoon.
Hmm.
That was the one I heard about being released from Fangoria, right? But I mean, the other one was I heard about it was in Fangoria or like no, it was on Entertainment Tonight. They said one of the new Godzilla movie is. 'Cause I thought Godzilla '85, the one that came to the States with Raymond Burr, I thought that was the official last one. I didn't hear anything about Godzilla for years.
Yeah,
And then back in '91, they said there was a Godzilla movie called Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. Well, there's a Japanese Navy and they see Godzilla stomping on a couple of, killed a couple of American soldiers, and Japanese Japanese soldiers gave a thumb up and said, "Way to go, Godzilla! That's the way to do it," you know. And that was controversial, but so I knew there was on that. And like I said, I remember in Fangoria they used to have the video option, and they had that one for Biolante right there, you know. So that
yeah.
was good.
Very
But I
good.
love Godzilla movies.
Yeah, me too. I've seen every Godzilla film, both Japan and the Monster Verse films.
Really?
I mean, I love Godzilla. It's a franchise that means a lot to me
Yeah,
since
I
I've
do too.
been seeing it around 2003.
Yeah. Well, I remember like I didn't have access to the movies right until like the horror show, and then Dad had to talk. My mom let me watch it. She said, "I'm gonna be there with him there. Nothing's gonna happen." Cause she's like she don't want me to watch like Young Frankenstein. So that'd be too scary for him, you know. Cause she just didn't want me to watch it because I'd have a good time. That's the way she is, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I remember the kid we used to watch the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla cartoon. That's my big introduction to Godzilla was that cartoon. You
Yeah,
ever
I
watch that
remember
show?
that. I think I've seen
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a few episodes of it on Boomerang, and
yeah,
I was like, "Well,
yeah,
this is a lot different than I'm used to."
yeah. Well, I mean, they had Godzuki in it. Remember? That's supposed to be like a little
God,
Teen Titans Son of Godzilla kind of, you know. I know
yeah.
John said he hated Godzuki. He hated Scrappy Doo because they tried to put like a longer, more energetic animal in the show too. It's kind of weird.
Hmm.
But I mean, like, but I knew those movies were out. I saw the Biolante. No, I got Godzilla King Ghidorah through bootleg. That's back when I used to do bootleg VHSs in the early
Yeah.
90s and stuff.
I
So I
didn't
did get
see.
some because before the whole DVD thing, it was tough to get like stuff from like uncut stuff from Fulci. Well, I got some Fulci, but for like Argento and stuff,
Yeah.
So I movie like Tenebrae and I can't find those anywhere.
It
Well, I mean,
wasn't
whenever
until.
like whenever they came out with DVD, you could because they were bringing all that stuff back. In fact,
Yeah. I didn't see Godzilla versus Biollante until 2013. That's
wow,
when it was finally released on DVD. And then
okay,
and that movie actually had a big resurgence once it was released on DVD and Blu-ray. And
really?
when it was like when they polled what is everyone's favorite Godzilla
Yeah.
movie, Godzilla versus Biollante actually ranked around the top 5,
Oh,
which
cool.
is really interesting. Yeah, for the longest time, it was one of the more obscure Godzilla
Yeah.
films, but then once it got a DVD and Blu-ray release, it just caused a massive resurgence. Hello,
Oh,
Zilla
cool.
Smoke.
But I mean, a lot of times, yeah, Zilla Smoke's cool. A lot of times you don't see those, see them around and stuff like that. That's why I didn't know that I went to Media Play. This is before I love Media Play. And this is before the DVD, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know they used to have a whole bunch of Godzilla movies priced around $7-8 from TriStar Entertainment. Those are the ones that I guess distribute them in the States. I remember getting like Godzilla versus Space Godzilla, Techno Godzilla. They had Destroyer. They had Rebirth of Mothra parts 1 and 2, and I found there's a part 3 on Tubi TV.
Yeah.
You ever see Rebirth of Mothra?
Oh yeah, I saw the third one a long time ago.
Oh, they have was the third one good? That's why I haven't seen yet. I
Yeah,
started to watch that.
yeah.
What's that?
No, I remember Rebirth of Mothra 3. That was,
Oh,
I think, the only one I ever saw
okay.
because
Watch.
King Ghidorah
Yeah,
is in it.
I think it's interesting though. But I mean, it's more like I don't know what the difference is. I guess they're more for kids, so but I think they're both
Yeah, they're more for a younger demographic, a little bit.
in their highest Joe. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, that's about it. And then, like I said, I remember on there was a list of Godzilla movies, and this was one of the ones I missed. This
Mhm.
one, and what was that one? Godzilla something where they had like the Godzilla force trying to kill Godzilla.
Godzilla against Mechagodzilla?
No, there was one that just. Damn, I'm trying to find. Oh, let me look at. Okay, wait a second. Godzilla movies. I can't remember what the hell it's called. I'm gonna look at Wikipedia. Okay, let's see. Godzilla movies. Oh, what was the Japanese name for Godzilla 2000?
Oh, Godzilla Millennium.
Oh, that's what they called it. Okay.
Yeah. The
So I remember,
next
okay.
then the next one was Godzilla versus Megaguirus.
Mega Gears? Okay, which one was that? Oh, they have soundtracks to some of these. Let me look at the filmography.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Godzilla Rage Again because my dad got me that. It didn't look
Yeah.
like Godzilla at all. There's some other creature.
Yeah, that wasn't I recently rewatched it
Yeah.
not too long ago,
It's
and
in
it's
Gears?
one of my more least favorite films. It's
Yeah.
still in the Born Injury because it was the first one where he fought
Yeah.
another monster and Angerus,
Yeah.
but it's not really all that great.
Yeah.
It was a major step back.
Yeah, remember that one I had Godzilla's Revenge? It was just about that kid on Monster Island and stuff.
Oh god, that movie.
Where's that one at? Oh, Godzilla Tokyo SOS. That's the one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. That's the
That
one.
one is pretty good, but I like Godzilla against Mechagodzilla a little bit more.
Yeah.
But Tokyo SOS was pretty decent.
Wait a second. Which one? Godzilla 2001 played in the theaters, right?
Yeah, that one played in the theater. That was the last one that been on theaters.
Okay, because that was the
Yeah, and then
budget
all
was.
the other films of the Millennium Era were on DVD.
All right, which one's
They
Godzilla versus
were they were going to release Godzilla versus Megaguirus and Godzilla Mothra King Ghidorah
Yeah.
in theaters, but Godzilla 2000 bombed in the box office, so
Really?
that's why that they decided to just put them
Oh,
on DVD.
wow.
They did a world premiere though for both films on Sci-Fi
Yeah.
in 2003.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what I mean. I like. Oh, they did show. For limited time. That one. Godzilla movie. Cause John and I were going to see it because I've never seen a Godzilla movie in the theater ever. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no no no! I saw the American one. I'm sorry. I saw the
Yeah.
American one. Uh, no one's gonna be shooting Godzilla, which I really liked.
Yeah.
Except the first time you saw, I mean, Chris Stuckman was reviewed that though, and he said the same thing I said. The first time you see Godzilla, it's like, what the fuck is
I
that?
know. I was like, what in the hell?
And that was the weirdest look. That was weird looking and creepy looking too.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was cool how he formed and stuff. And then they had the human plot was like a parody of like Japanese politics, which I thought was interesting, you know?
Yeah. And of course, have you seen Godzilla -1?
Yes.
Yes.
That was cool. That's cool that it won best special
Yeah, it won
effect.
for an Oscar for best
Yeah, I
special
know. I
effects.
mean, because they think about all these other movies that, you know, you're never gonna watch, but you know, I remember like I think they did a thing with Ray Harryhausen. It's like they talk about all these modern day. One man was a Sinbad talking about, right? Because he was doing like hosted Sinbad movies in TNT. Remember Sinbad, you know, like
Yeah.
comedian, and said, "Give me all." They have all these giant battles. They spent thousands, millions of dollars on. Just give me a bunch of fighting skeletons. When they did the stuff with skeletons, it was so cool. That's some of my
Yeah.
favorite battle stuff, you know.
Hmm.
Or they did. Well, it was different. It wasn't the same thing. They did it with Army of Darkness, but I like that claymation look, you know.
Yeah.
I knew about Jason and the Argonauts, and I saw a scene for Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, and I bought that the VHS tape. This was '91, and for like $5.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that's what he just fought one skeleton. That was pretty cool, you know. I just
Yeah.
like to look at that claymation. I always had the thing on
So
me as a
cool.
kid, though. I love that stuff, you know. And it took
Hmm.
me forever to see Jason and the Argonauts too, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't see it till like the mid '90s, maybe. When my aunt, my one aunt and uncle was still alive. I remember after I was born, aunt, uh, my aunt Dorothy and Uncle Eddie, two incredibly cruel people. I mean, I think my family must do. That was on my dad's side though. She was always nasty to him, and her husband was too. I don't know why, you know, because you should get along with your family and stuff. Anyways, they asked my dad said, "What do you name your kid?" He said, "Jason." Oh my God, why are you naming that for? For Jason the Argonauts. What? What's an Argonaut? He fights, he searches for the Golden Fleece. What the hell is the Golden Fleece? I mean, they didn't know nothing. Or they just tend to be ignorant. I don't know.
Uh,
I remember we used to get like these heirloom tomatoes, right? This farm stand.
yeah.
And I mean, they weren't the best looking things though, but they were different colors though, like purple and red and stuff like that. And my aunt said, no, it just means they're raw. And I just bought a whole bunch of them. And then my dad gave my aunt a big one. Said, don't give her a little one. She's gonna, and she took a bite. She said, yuck, yuck, spit out, threw it away. You know, we could have ate that way. My dad had no, I don't know. You know, I had no faith in my aunt. You know, I mean, they took us to, there was a couple of times they took us out when we were little kids and stuff, you know. But that was the one station time when I don't know I don't know if you ever been a family reunions before, right? And it's weird though. Even at I was like over 20, right? Got out of the army and stuff. Even at the family reunions, I still had to sit at the kids' table. You know, it was really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, has that ever happened to you?
What?
I said
That?
that kids. I mean, you be an adult, and they're so used to you being. They saw you grow up as a kid. They still asked you to sit at the kiddie table. You know what I mean? They had a kid table,
Oh
they had a adult
yeah.
table.
It's
How
happened
weird.
a few times.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I made it vague, though. I had kind of a cold, you know.
No, it's
But
okay.
no, I thought the movie was great. I mean, I've been wanting to see. I didn't know that movie existed because I didn't hear about it till they had they used to have fearnet.com on a pay-per-view thing, right? And
Hmm.
they had all these Godzilla movies, and they had a listing of all of them. I think they had every one. And now the two I didn't remember not hearing about was SOS and the All Out Monster Attack. So I
Yeah.
watched that. That was really good. And like I said, I just thought Baragon looked too silly though, but
Yeah.
it's really a good movie. I mean, once it gets going, right?
Yeah, once it starts out a little slow, but once it gets
Yeah,
going, it gets going. And the
yeah.
last act is phenomenal. And also the music is absolutely incredible in this movie. It's
Oh,
one of my
did,
favorite soundtracks of the Millennium era of
oh, cool.
Godzilla.
It's awesome. I love the traditional sound of Godzilla. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. That always gets me going. And hearing them roar and
Hmm.
stuff is so cool. You know, I like the remake of Godzilla versus King Kong. I like the original one though. They
Yeah.
made King Kong look stupid. You
Yeah.
know, he looked too silly. Did you see the Godzilla movie I made with AI?
Oh yeah, that one.
Did you like it?
Wait, the one that wait, which one is that one?
I made a Godzilla video that has AI in it.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it yet.
It's only 20 seconds. I can show it to you. I mean, all these people hate AI, right?
Hmm.
I don't get it because I can make some really cool videos I could never make before, with other people singing and stuff. Like they have music and stuff it'd take me forever to make. Or if I
Yeah.
could, or like with a Godzilla. Well, I do Great White Shark, they make them look realistic. Now they're gonna be taking that down towards the end of the month, which sucks, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me look for it. I'm not bored. I hope I'm not
Oh, I
bored
think
you.
it's is it the Godzilla Rises from the Depths? Is that
Uh
the
I,
one?
the one with the megalodon in it?
I think so, yeah. Because I see Godzilla and I see a dragon that looks like King Ghidorah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got him right first time. The second time, they only gave him two heads, but he still looks scary though. Well, they make mistakes. I'm gonna play it anyway, just because I brought it up. But I think it's pretty. It's all set up though,
Yeah.
and then some guy did a version of it that looked really cool too. Them all fighting in the ground. It'd be neat if you could actually make a whole big movie about this stuff, right?
Hmm.
Let me see it. Let me where am I at? Okay, hold on. I get rusty at this though, and now I'll show you the. I'll share on the screen. Okay, let's see. Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. See, they got that King Ghidorah right that time. The second time they didn't. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, see. Yeah.
The delay is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I know they never had a megalodon, but I thought it'd be cool if they did that. I kind of like jar sharks, you know.
Yeah.
Let me see. What else are they gonna do?
I like the human cast in this movie.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
thought they
pretty
did a
good.
really good job.
Yeah. I mean, it could be cool.
Hmm.
What else was there? Oh, I can't remember. Let me see something real quick. Let me mute. I have to use the restroom real quick. I'll be back.
Okay. Okay.
On the backside.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, boo. But no, I really like that Godzilla Monsters Attack. I don't think it's as good as like versus Destroyer, right?
Yeah,
I it was weird though. Okay, you remember that I had that radioactive Godzilla? Remember when he melted and died and stuff?
yeah,
Did you cry? I did. I'm not gonna lie.
I did. I did.
Yeah, it's weird though. I always feel bad when Godzilla gets hurt. He's a bad guy. I
Yeah,
get so mad with like he's trying to be up King Ghidorah, and King Ghidorah keeps biting in one of his necks. So I get so mad. That
yeah.
monster I don't care about that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know, I get mad when Godzilla gets beat up, but I mean some of those when he does that radiation breath is so cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made
Oh,
Godzilla very overpowered in this movie.
yeah,
It's one of the he's one very strong in this movie.
yeah. But I mean I like those movies. It was just weird because I think like with the Biolante one, that one guy was a bad guy. And all of a sudden you see Godzilla look at him in the high rise, he kills him, right?
Yeah,
It's just weird they did it. I've never seen that in a Godzilla movie before.
yeah,
I mean, I like those Gamera movies too. Those are funny too.
yeah.
But no, I usually
I never seen the original Gamma series, just the '90s God Gamma
oh
series.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the very first one is incredibly cheap looking.
Yeah, it was so obvious, like they were cashing in to Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, but I look really cheap because well, the weird thing is, I seen like a couple Godzilla movies. I've seen Monster X.
Yeah, I love that movie.
War of the Monsters and Attack of the Monsters. War of the Monsters, I think, is Baragon. I can't remember. The Attack of the Monsters, some monster looks like a giant Ginsu knife, right? And then there
The
was a movie called Godzilla versus Zebra that was they were at a SeaWorld thing. I bought that, and I
yeah,
bought I
Ghidorah.
bought not Monster X, but the other ones. They used to have something called Celebrity Kids, movies for kids. I mean, okay, I know, safe through the next thing. It looked like for me, but it was a Godzilla Gamma movie, so of course I bought it.
Mhm.
And I remember they had something really gross because I forgot about it. Uh, Probably the grossest thing you ever see. Gross the part of it being shocking, okay?
Yeah.
Because sometimes they would show the blood in like in a lot of the monster movies, but they had something I didn't expect.
Hmm.
They were talking about Monster X. I think Monster X was a monster living inside Gamma, so they talking about Parasite.
Yeah, the one that he fights Jiger.
Was
That's
that
the movie
Giger
you're
they cut
talking
up
about.
that Chelton's truck?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was disgusting.
yeah,
I almost threw up that say that shocked the hell out of me. I wouldn't let my nephew watch that part. I just
yeah.
told your eyes
I'm
close your
familiar
eyes.
with that part.
I forgot all about it because I haven't seen it in years. That was the one I couldn't find on. I got it on like a two-sided DVD for like $1.
Hmm.
You know, um, but I forgot all about that. Just like I remember, like I was just with my nephew and stuff. He liked monsters and stuff, but I wanted to make sure everything was cool. I remember in 2006 we got that the Peter Jackson King Kong.
Yeah,
Well, I know I had him watch. Did you watch that one? Well, I had to watch the Dino De Laurentiis King Kong from the 70s. I remember that when I was a kid. I love that.
yeah. That was a
I,
good one.
yeah, I didn't see it when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, though, I didn't see it at the theater. I saw it on TV. It was like a
Yeah,
it
same
was
with
a
me.
2 night event. It was when I was in fifth grade. And I remember when I watched that. I let him watch Haunted Honeymoon with Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner. So it's not gonna be scary. And I remember him letting him watch King Kong, the Peter Jackson one. But I told him to close his eyes whenever those leech creatures came on. Remember?
Yeah.
They fought a guy from the head on down. Like that's a little bit too much. I don't want my nephew watching that. 'Cause
Hmm.
that bothered me because he was only like 8 or 9. So I just kind of said just close your eyes at that part.
Hmm.
But no, that God that Godzilla movie was really good. Once it got going, that one female lead member was memorable, and the other ones, not so much. I
Yeah.
probably give it like an 8 out of 10. It would have been higher. They would have a little more action earlier on in the movie. If the human story move better, because that's usually where it's like a human story is not the best part of Godzilla because you can't wait for him to get going to the monster.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had a question for you. Remember the 2014 remake of Godzilla?
Yeah.
I finally saw it. Did it drive you nuts when all of a sudden he was fighting that giant monster and then it cut away, show the people?
Yeah, I know. It
I
annoyed the
hated
hell.
it. I hated that.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave it a somewhat good rating, kind of, but I hated that part. I said we didn't have enough Godzilla in it. And one guy said, well, the original one, he was barely in it. I'm like, yeah, but it was cohesive. He needed a break from the action and show a bunch of people somewhere else walking around. That's it, you know. I want to see him fight. You know, they're
Yeah.
gonna make a big budget remake of it. Do I mean, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh what was that? That was that one. I'm trying to think. Well, like I said, I didn't know about oh no, this is why I didn't know about before I found out about those Godzilla movies, remember, in like the 90s before I went to Media Play, right? I went to a place called Grove City. I've only been there one time. It looks awesome, but my sister said they got rid of a lot of stuff. And there's one place I remember buying Godzilla Final Wars on VHS. And that's how I found there was more Godzilla movies before that. I knew about Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah from Entertainment Tonight. That was actually on Entertainment Tonight, the controversy, right?
Yeah.
And I knew about Biolante from Fangoria and also Cinemax, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I knew about those two. I mean, I remember the kid, I didn't like that one movie, but I saw it again. I loved it. It was Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. I didn't like it when I was little, but I love that movie now.
You know, I had that with Godzilla versus the Sea Monster. I
Yeah,
remember I saw it as a kid and
yeah,
I didn't like it at all, and it was one of my least favorite films.
yeah,
I rewatched it for the first time in nearly I watched it for the first time in 2021,
yeah,
and I actually ended up liking it a lot more than I remember it.
yeah. Well, I got to watch the Sea Monster one. You know, I know he's barely in that one, but I mean, I liked that more as watching that Smog Monster better than Save the Earth,
Yeah.
Save the Earth, Save the Earth. Well, I love that thing. I watched it. I remember they had a place that I didn't know about till it went out been called Coconuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've only been there once. It was like Media Play. I was in Fort Bragg with my friends. Usually we go to this one record play, but he wanted to go Coconuts. And I remember buying what did I buy? Oh, I bought Guar Live from Antarctica, Devo the Men Who Make the Music, and I bought Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster. I remember watching it when I got home from the army. I loved it. I was really getting into the fighting and stuff,
Yeah.
you know? What did you think of that? Did you see that giant monster I showed earlier?
Yeah.
That giant squid thing. That was a weird looking monster.
Yeah.
Whenever that was on the screen, I saw it in the late night show. Either my dad would laugh or it'd kind of be a little creepy. You know what I mean? My dad would usually just laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, with Gamer, there was a whole. I like Gamer stuff. Yeah, I remember I wish they'd remake Rodan. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Rodan's not that popular. They barely showed him in that other Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
What do you think of the latest ones? I liked what was that? The New Empire. I liked Godzilla
Oh,
vs.
Godzilla Kong. Yeah, I like that one. The Empire one, that one was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean the Godzilla one. The second one I liked a little bit more, but I mean, like how he said every time they fought, it started raving and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them not just show the monsters fighting like an hour. They do all this other crazy stuff. I don't know why they can't do that. You know, or maybe not an hour, but I mean, you know what I mean. Make sure they fight for a long time instead of really quick stuff. Because I want to see that monster fighting more. And it was bad enough. I saw my sister got it. I had to watch my sister talk, 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 talk. And I wasn't allowed to turn up the volume on TV. It's too loud. Talk, talk. And I'm trying to watch the damn movie, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be kind of annoying, but I mean, I don't know. I thought it'd be better when I like Godzilla, but then when they didn't show enough of him or they didn't have him. Well, I kept cutting away when he was fighting a monster. Just keep going,
Yeah, it
Godzilla.
was annoying. Well,
Yeah, that's
thankfully they stopped doing it
yeah,
in the next movie and eventually in Godzilla versus Kong and the other Kong movie, we
yeah.
got the fight scenes, which is awesome.
I'll tell you what, I really enjoyed Kong Island because a lot of people didn't like
Yeah,
it.
Kong Skull Island was really
Yeah,
good.
I thought it was cool. I mean, it was action adventure, right?
Yeah.
Like Son of Kong.
Yeah.
Because they tried to make King Kong like a year after that the other King Kong, and they used the set for Most Dangerous Game for Son of Kong too.
Yeah.
That wasn't a bad movie, it's just more for kids, but like an action adventure type thing.
Yeah.
Or Mighty Joe Young. My dad will told me about it. And then at the theater, we went the only time we went to they used to have sneak peeks. Remember they used to do that?
Yeah.
When they charge a little bit more, and then you see that and you get to see another movie after it, like two movies. I only did it the one time because Mighty Joe Young was gonna play on a Saturday night at like 8 o'clock or something like that, right? So my dad wanted to see it, so we went to see it, and then after that we stayed. I think they had to wait till to clear out. We had to wait. There was a wait like 20 minutes, so I cleaned everything out. Then we saw an Ants to Life. No, yeah, Ants Life, which was all right.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna stay and watch two movies, you know.
Nice.
But but I like Godzilla though.
Yeah. Same
Yeah,
here.
I thought this movie like. I mean, what would you rate this one? Like all that monsters attack?
Personally, I would rate it a 9 out of 10
Yeah,
because I just think that the action was superb.
yeah.
I
Well, maybe
love
I
the
think it'll be
story
like that too.
in this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's when it got going because it was just so slow before that. That's the only
Yeah.
reason I gave it an 8. That's all. I mean,
Mhm.
all the action's solid though. You know.
Yeah.
I
All
mean,
right,
I
man.
know.
I'm gonna head up out of here. It was really
Okay.
cool talking to you about Godzilla.
Very cool talking to you. Hey, I got more Godzilla talking, believe it. You know, I'm not.
Cool. I'll try my
Thank
best
you,
to
man.
see if I could join in again soon.
That's awesome, buddy. Yeah.
All right, man. Take it easy, man.
All right, you too, buddy. Okay. Thank you. Well, that was
I would have stayed a little bit more.
okay. Oh, okay. That was video game fan, video game lover 58 coming in. That was really cool. I mean, I got a lot of Godzilla speak in me, you know. And that's like it's like a celebration of Godzilla. Whenever I did Josh Rell's thing was about, you know, we talked about the movie and then but I mean he wow, he was like kind of a little tight lipped about it. It was but it was cool though. I mean, I don't mind seeing him again, watch this movie. And then Noelle came up, and then like you know we were telling about what happened with Josh, and then I don't think he just kind of dropped off. He had to go. But no, I mean I did. I was the first one to review that movie, I think, or one of the first people to review the Sorrells, Josh Sorrells. No, like, share, and subscribe to the story of Josh Sorrells, aka Hollywood Eagle, and he had a bunch of different channel names. But I reviewed the movie. I thought it was a 10 out of 10. It was really good. I put a post in my community tab about. Hopefully, they'll see it. You know. Hey, you want to come out, Noel? Awesome. Yeah, come on up, Noel. That's cool. I was hoping you'd come up. I just met you for a second. Like I was so hey, how you doing? 13 order. Okay, right on. Okay, cool. Yeah, come on up whenever you get a chance. We can BS for a bit. Talk about Godzilla, man. And Godzilla. I mean, I know you like Godzilla. And then the American Godzilla had like a Saturday morning Godzilla show that's actually really good. I mean, Godzilla's in media. I mean, they've been in media forever. You know. Got on the wall. I missed your live stream though today, but your dad was thinking about Jukebox Hero. I mentioned that earlier. Hey, come on up, Noah, if you want. Is that the right link? Okay, yeah. Drop it again. Yay. Noah's pretty cool. That's what's going on, not a whole lot. You know, I was going to work for Sheets. They would not let me order the breakfast platter. I always get that. Oh, I would get something else, you know? It's just kind of crazy. Ooh, it's kind of crazy with the spooky little cat named you. Spooky. Bet you Black you didn't know I knew that one. I grew up with a lot of that music, like, oh, oh, everybody was kung fu fighting. Those things was fast as lightning. It was a little bit frightening. I love that song. That's one of the coolest songs ever made. It's just, I mean, it's a one hit wonder, but it's a dang good song. I mean, that's just such a cool. I love that type of music. I mean, the 70s, uh, like the 70s for movies. I mean, the movies in the 70s are super serious. The 80s were more fun and more product of its time, but the 70s were really more serious for the most part. And of course, we had the summer blockbuster got born from Jaws, and then Star Wars, and then I don't know who else. I mean, Raiders of the Lost Ark was a few years after that. I didn't, and like I said, Empire Strikes Back was like a few years after that, where they didn't make one of those every year. Look at summer blockbusters. Okay, summer blockbusters. Yeah, sure, popular food. Yeah, let's see what they have here. Yeah, 70s. Okay. Oh, American Graffiti. Okay. Oh yeah, Superman on Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Okay, that right after Jaws and stuff. Okay, Jaws and Star Wars and the other stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think like that Star Wars movie was never meant to be made. If it wasn't for the Star Wars, the Star Trek ones, the Star Wars, and then I think like that one, they weren't going to make another Star Trek movie. Anything they flopped too much, right? And then few years went by, and then they put the faith in Ralph the Con doing good, and that did really good. So they kept making Star Wars movies a long time after that. And I love Star Wars. I mean Star Trek movies. A lot of Star Trek movies after that, and then of course Star Trek and Star Wars. And I like Star. I mean, a lot of people hate the Last Jedi. I love the Last Jedi. I love Rogue One too. I liked how they filmed it. Part of that was really cool. I like that. Uh I didn't like Ride the Skywalker though. It's just like John wants to see it in the theater. So okay, I mean, Star Wars on the theater usually looks cool, but I mean, I, even I just was underwhelmed with that movie. I didn't think there was a lot going on with that one. Miller might be mad at me about that, but I mean, Ride the Skywalker, just like the Star Trek movies. I mean, they went through their bizarre shift too, you know. But there were some dang good Star Trek movies too. Uh, I did not like Rise of Skywalker. Han Solo one was okay. Let's see, 80s. Okay, let's look at the 80s and 90s. Well, Alien and Aliens, okay. E.T., Indiana Drones, Ghostbusters, Beverly Hills Cop, Back to the Future Trilogy, Top Gun, Die Hard, Freight Rider Rabbit, Batman sequel, Little Mermaid, Ghost, Hunt for Red October, Two Man True, Judgment Day, Men in Black, Titanic, The Matrix, Land Jurassic Park, Toy Story, Independence Day. Oh, there's going to be a female James Bond coming out. I have to verify, but I heard it. I read about it. There might be a female James Bond. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I asked Miller, in the Miller department. You know, you coming up, Noel? We see you a wrench. Hold on, Noel. I'm gonna give you a wrench. How about that? How's that sound? You come up. Like, you get around that. Okay. What? I'm gonna freak out. I'm always so cool. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You'll be shocked next time you come over my chat. Oh, man, that's so funny. Oh, shit, what happened? I get Noel.com. I put the links to what's come up. So one last time. She might be on another live if possible. But she wanted to come up on this one. That's how I keep it up for a bit longer. But Video Game Level was on there. That was a great guy. Trying to think. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe a really good thumbnail. It's weird though because AI said they didn't want to make. AI said that. That Copart said they couldn't make the reproduction of Godzilla and all them, but they did in the background. It looked close enough. It looked cool too. You know. All I wanted. I mean, I don't have to have an image if you can't print it though. I just go with words. Sometimes words are really good if you only get like that Tron lettering and something. It looks really cool. Let me see what else is going on. Yeah, I mean, something's going on over here. I'm gonna have that sound on. Trapped. Where am I at? Here we go. Check out. Okay, but she might be going live too. I bet. Maybe. I don't know. No. Okay, I'll see. Arby's. No. Oh, they're talking for a camera show. I did someone. Okay. Oh, wow. That'd be awesome. Anyone coming up? No, poop. Well, I might go on for a little bit longer, you know. Anything else? Well, I gotta check a couple things. Hold on. Let's see. Where's that Discord? I'm barely on Discord anymore. You know, I just do it like Facebook and stuff like that. It's easy for me that way. You know, but I don't do Discord. Sorry. People who want to do Discord, don't. No, nothing. Okay. We got the thing too, so I don't know. Let's see, sushi. Okay, let me go back to. Oh well, like I said, we go live for a little bit, and go to May 120, and then nothing happens. Go back to doing something else. I can't remember what I was going to do. I'm trying to think. Anything else interesting happens? You see, go check out. Check it out, Let's see, check it out. Let's see what else is live. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the figures. Primus Maximus. That's weird. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Yeah, Pin Express plate. I don't know. Wow, looks good. Is that or is it good? I don't know. I don't know if they're being sarcastic or I can't tell with people anymore. I don't know if they're being sarcastic or not. Anyway, let's do some more Godzilla talk. When I first, like I said, my first, well, there was two giant monster movies. I forgot to tell video game love of that, and it came from Beneath the Sea. That was the one. That was the one I saw a lot when I was a kid. Dad, let me. I mean, I don't. Mom never complained about me watching that, so I watched it with Dad, and it was Mighty Joe Young about a giant octopus, black and white. And it was weird because Harryhausen did the effects. I would love to see that movie again. You know, I mean, Ray Harryhausen did the effects, right? And all of a sudden, like you look at it, and I mean, like the budget was, they only had, I could afford 8 tentacles though, but I mean, it worked. Only saw half the monster. I felt it was unfairly made fun of on that Parker Lewis Can't Lose, you know, because that's a good movie. I like that. It came in season classic. I haven't seen it. I mean, because they used to have it on ABC, right? And that was the one horror movie they used to show on there. And then I remember they showed it a lot during the late night horror show. It was two different ones. It was the late great horror show, which had a whole bunch of extra stuff like Buck Rogers stuff, Clark Rogers, all this comedy stuff, really funny stuff. I loved it. And then the second one came up. It was just a really cheap by the numbers thing last year, and then they canceled the show. He actually told Cindy Patton, or Cindy Patton said, "Can't believe they canceled your show." But it was just done some off, something like that. And there was no other feature they used to have, except for he did mail call. I actually had a mail call letter to Jim Cook. He said, like, boy, I think like it's really cool that you can do stuff like Night Rocks and Jet Rocks and the Horror Fest. Now I get one thing confused with another. Okay, yeah, but the next movie it's Godzilla versus Julie Lennon, which was funny. Yeah, those on Blu-ray, really? Oh man, you gotta show that. You gotta show that. That's so cool. I love Godzilla. I love Godzilla, buddy. Awesome. Cause I reviewed that. Cause I just saw. That's why I saw my sisters. Right. It was the All Monster. That's what I wanted to see. And then there's another rebirth of there's a rebirth of Mothra Part 3. I want to see, and then there's like 3 other Gamera movies I want to see. Like I saw the one from the '90s, and there's like 2 or 3, and there's Godzilla Rebirth too. I gotta ask that guy too. That's awesome. I love Gamera too. I think Gamera is fantastic. And I remember some of the first stuff because Dad rented, Dad bought a DVD thing, like not a DVD, the very first type before the video disc, not a laser disc, a video disc, which is like they took a photograph record and loaded as much data they can to play an image, right? And we rent some at Base Electronics, and Dad got some. He got Alan and Pussycat for Mom, and then for us we got like Godzilla, Rodan, and Twilight Zone movie and Star Trek 2, right? And then we came back, we got Victor Victoria, which was a 2 disc one from but we wanted to watch that twice. Not a breaking. And I remember Dad got a Sharky's machine that broke the first time trying to load it in there. And then Dad said, Right now, so I'm taking those back. And then the guy said those are junk. We're planning on getting rid of those anyways. But like I said, that was the only place I knew that rented those movies, though. And they might have had like 100 movies or so, 200. But eventually they'd be gone. And then, like, in 2 weeks after my dad returned, they were gone, right? But I did rent the original Godzilla and Rodan on video disc. Not laser disc, video disc. Yeah, I got a cold. I think I got it for that birthday party. Yeah, I got a cold. It's just weird to have like this healthy look, and then yeah, it happens, Better with kids and stuff, and they were all over the place though. I was just waiting to see the real little ones get uh get hurt, with the older kids and stuff. That's the part that worries me. Um, so really, oh man, I love that movie. We weren't allowed to watch it. I wasn't allowed to watch it because Mom said I don't want him watching that stuff. 'Cause I love Star Trek. And then Dad, I don't know, Dad, we didn't go see it. That was like a really different type Robert Wise Trek, the first one. I love Star Trek too. I love that one. Yeah. And that's the only Star Trek movie in the series to be rated G. And Dad still wanted to take a see it, it was rated G, not PG like Star Trek was. But the real Star Trek just had very mild violence, like little like sparks on people, and that was it. Very clean movie though. Very avoid yeah. Really? Oh cool. That's awesome. Yeah, very first Star Trek movie, yeah, I only want to be rated G. Everything else was PG, and then eventually, just like with Star Wars, I never thought there was going to be a PG-13 rated Star Wars ever, right? The way they're going, and George Lucas is keeping it pretty clean, right? And then, of course, with Part 3, Revenge of the Sith, when he was getting melted away, and that was some heavy stuff. That did get a PG-13. I'm surprised the one wherever when Darth Maul got cut in half, they showed him falling down there. That didn't get PG-13. So graphic. I love the movie. Yeah, no, I love that movie, Mel. See, we agree on something. I thought it was fascinating. I saw it on TV, and I think he just wanted to make it grandeur. So I love the original Black Hole. The Black Hole is great, except for there's one shot in a black hole that looks so bad it almost hurts the whole movie. But aside from that, it was like 10 seconds. But aside of that, Black Hole was awesome. I saw that at the drive-in because Dad wanted to see it. It's a love story. Oh, I never looked. I always thought, well, that Superman Returns with Guy Rolfe. I think was. I thought that was a love story too, more than like a Superman movie. And I don't think that master plan that Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor would have made a sense because it just made the Earth uninhabitable. Inhabitable. Oh, Miller, I love the movies too. When I was in the military, that 4 year period, that's why I was in the. That's why I went to movies all the time, all the time. Whenever whenever you got more freedom and stuff. No, as a kid, my parents wouldn't take me to see that movie, and it was like way in the city though. We lived like no way we could ride bikes and stuff like that. But no, I love going to theater. I wanted to see it. Dad wouldn't take me. He said, "Rated G. I don't care." Just like they wouldn't take us to see Close Count of the Third Kind. Mom said that'd probably be too scary for him. Or she didn't want to see it. She didn't want us to have a good time though. But then Ori asked her to take him to see all these Marvel movies. She takes him to see that. And he's abusive towards her. Oh, well, you can see what you want. I was the one that got trapped on. And then, like, I wanted to see the Flash Gordon. Well, once she Superman in fourth grade, right? So I thought, like, and they said for her birthday. Oh man. Well, I watched. That used to happen in. I watched four movies in one day, and I did that too, a couple of times. But I was in Fort Detrick, Maryland. I mean, Fort Gordon, Georgia, and you had to go out because they had. I mean, and then buy your ticket again, go out and buy it because I mean, you won't be able to do it any other way. You don't want to lose your security clearance, right? And I didn't mind doing it because of the army. You couldn't really sneak in on stuff like that. I know they didn't care back then. Now they ruined everything. They took away all identifying things from the marquees and stuff. I liked when they made had a theme to it. It had like a big thing coming. It was so cool, you know. I mean, I love. Don't get me wrong. I love going to the movies. Though it's not. I want to go to Erie Movie House again. I'd rather go there again and watch something and play games and stuff. You know, pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on. Well, I love sci-fi. I love monster movies. I always have. I mean, not everyone's gonna be great, but those. I mean, like I said, I want to watch those two, like Godzilla versus the Sea Monster. I gave the Spawn Monster like, yeah, it was really good, and the Sea Monster one too. Oh, cool. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Let me see. Awesome. Oh, you sent me a photo. I don't see a photo though. Yeah, it's supposed to be a big hit that Mario movie now. Let's see, did I pay for another one membership? Poop. I mean, do that, dude. I mean, best way to get groceries, so hell with it. Membership. Membership. You did. I forgot about that. Do. Oh, man. Oh, I know. Oh, okay, yeah, I saw the message, though, yeah. I mean, I don't go to. I mean, when I was in the military, they played movies like. I mean, there were we were in the military. They had second run movies, right? They had everything you could imagine. And in Fort Gordon, Georgia, they had some obscure ones. Like I remember seeing The Trouble with Spies. That movie was on the show for 2 years with Donald Sutherland in it. I saw that on a Sunday afternoon. I saw Howling 3, The Marsupials. The only PG-13, well, from Philip Moore, the guy directed the second one. He was Australian, and werewolves were like kangaroos, and the werewolves had their babies in sacks. I mean, not sacks, in little baskets and stuff. Really creepy, really weird. Really? Wow. Holy crap. $50. That's how I'm going to base to most comedies it showed. Oh, I love Police Cat. Yeah, Police Cat was great. I saw, well, I mean, I had a chance to see part six at the theater, but I had to work that night. That was City on Siege. But I remember with Police Cat, my mom actually took us to see a second one, right? That was a PG-13 one that had nudity. The first one had like a tinge of nudity in it. And then we saw part three at part two at the theater. I finally watched for a second time, right? And then we saw. I remember seeing part five, Miami Beach, when he had that part with the shark. That did for me. I had to watch that. Yeah, that's why I love the military theaters. You know, I saw a bunch of movies though. I seen some. I saw one of the movies from Empire that went out of business and then like became Full Moon Entertainment. And it came a few years after it was a Robo Jocks. I think their most expensive movie at $5 million. You know, and it played. I guess it made like I don't know about. It made a little bit of money at the theater. I saw it at a military theater. A mostly empty theater. My friend said, "You tell me you Transformer." And he was so mad at me. I kind of liked it though. But let's see whether I like it was real cheesy though. But I got to see um, Empire movie on the big screen. That's so cool. The only other one I ever saw were only on VHS or DVD. You know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So okay, still got eight. I thought okay. Yeah, it's like 11:39 right here. Oh, I got you. All right, well, have a nice food and stuff, buddy. Okay. Awesome. I thought no, it was gonna come up. I guess not. I'm gonna. Oh shit! Is it still doing it? Dang it! Oh well. Let's see. That's cool. Miller came up too for a little bit. Noelle was in Chad. I thought she'd come up, but no big deal. She's probably doing something else. No big deal. I'll stay on here for a little bit. Uh, but no, I mean everything's cool, man. I've been doing good. I mean the throat. I don't feel. I mean, I feel a little sick, but I mean, I sound sicker than I am. You know what I mean? That's one of those deals, you know. But I feel okay. You don't hear anything, okay? Maybe I'll love it. Oh no. Oh no. I got two people now. It's kind of weird. And Billy comes up here and I get some people. But I thought it was a legit Godzilla review. I love Godzilla. I think Godzilla's super cool. You know, I should watch Godzilla versus Sea Monster again. That'd be kind of cool. I just can't remember what the name of the monster was. Got so used to the American title. I'm used to that. You know, um, that one monster. I don't think I've seen that one either. I didn't see Rebirth of Godzilla. No, Rebirth of Mothra 3, the Gamma ones, and some other stuff too. So I got a lot of cool stuff to watch. I got to think of some of the other movies I saw at my sister's place. I was there a couple of days. I loved it. It was fun. Let's see. Where I do I get any clips from? Let's see. Anybody clips do any good? Well, let me watch this thing right here. Okay. Oh, gosh. All right, that's really good. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. That's no. I mean, oh yeah. Let's go by. Let's see what we got. Okay, there we go. Post. Anyone got a post? Yeah, I said I don't hear from Josh anymore. Anyone? Okay, one. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this one too. There we go. Perfect. I gotta like my post, you know. So that's it. I'm trying to think of some other Godzilla stuff. Like I remember, like I was talking about the American remake of Godzilla, the 2014 one, right? I hated it whenever they cut away to the people. I said they didn't show enough Godzilla. And John said, well, they showed like about like a couple of minutes him in the original one too. Yeah, but the original one was entertaining and engaging and stuff like that. I mean, that was just BS because I kept cutting away, showing the people. The people were only okay, you know. I didn't mind the stuff with what's his face at the beginning. That was fine. But I mean, I want to at least see I don't know, something better from a Godzilla. It's just yeah. Yeah, but like I said, like people say, like, oh, you only saw a bit of that. Godzilla Rage Again is like really weird. I saw it, but it's not a true Godzilla movie. My dad bought it for me though, so I was cool. I mean, my dad bought me a couple of movies, first year and second year. You know, that was cool. Sort of what I just mentioned, though. You know, and then like, oh, I don't maybe it hurt my head that way. I never thought about that. I'm so stupid. Oh man. All right, I think that's it. Let's do drop one more time. Let's go 135, 43. Okay. Why not? I'm not really doing anything right now, anyway, so I'll get something to eat. Oh, I hope I hit that. There you go. Yeah. There you go. But like I said, yeah, I think it'll be okay. Here we go. I mean, interesting thing I had. I want to thank Video Game Lover 58 for coming up there. That's really cool. You knew it was Godzilla stuff. I thought that was really impressive, easy to talk to. I forgot to mention it came from beneath the sea. That was like, well, that was a giant octopus movie. That was, like I said, I would love to see that again. I had to find a good place where that's at and review it for real. Might be one of the horror movies that have the most memories for me because I think that was the first one I saw with my dad. I think, yeah, I think it was. It probably was. Probably was the first one I saw with my dad. They show it on ABC all the time, along with Fear is the Key. Another great movie, Anthony Dooley. That's an awesome movie. Okay, what else is going on? So, 33, 45. I mean, like I said, I love Godzilla, I love giant monsters. Um, some are better than others. So I like that. What was that? The prehistoric. They're the prehistoric monsters. Monster prehistoric. What the heck was it called? There was some giant. Oh, some giant island movies that they had. That was a good one. I like that real well. Some of those are good. Just if you watch Godzilla versus Monster, I mean Gamma versus Monster X, when they show that thing, that movie with the elephant tusk, close your eyes because that is the most disgusting, the most disturbing thing I ever seen in my life. I forgot. I was mortified. I'd wonder what if you're eating. Cause I remember that movie, those movies being clean. And all of a sudden, that happens. Like, oh my god! I think we are eating too. Because I don't remember that ever happening. But that was such a long time ago. But I love giant monster movies. They're really cool. Well, 34. Okay, 34. Oh yeah, 34. Oh yeah, yeah. There you go. 34. So I guess that's it, everybody. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see. I'll make something eat in a minute. Minute to win. Yeah, I know exactly. I'm pinning that. Oh no, what's that? Oh, I know they didn't put anything on there. Yeah, yeah, that's bad. Oh wow, okay. So I go 3456. Okay. So I hope you like this video, buddy. So next time, please take care, my legion. The other 15 seconds. Okay, let's see. No one's coming up, so we're taking off. Okay. Good night, everybody. Good night.